Hi, Dawn. Hello, Dawn. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, I've been running around as I am on Wednesdays. And here we are, another Wednesday, another half week. The weeks are just flying by. And I'm not, I seem, am I fuzzy? Fuzzy, fuzzy. No. Hmm. I guess it looks okay. It's hard to tell. I am directly on YouTube, not through StreamYard. Sometimes I go through StreamYard, but when I'm in a crunch. Hi, Mariah. I I forgot what I was going to say. I signed up for the doll swap. I've never swapped with you folks before, so I'm not sure how it works. But Safia explained to me that when the sign up period is over, then I will be assigned an apartment. An apartment? No, not an apartment, Anne. A partner, I think. Yeah, I have a doll journal that I've been working on and off for quite some time. Oh, okay, thank you. All right. And then after that, all righty. Yeah, um, I never played with paper dolls as a kid. Um, but yeah, I have some paper dolls that I made that I thought I might share. And um, I've got a couple of ideas, and I have a stamp that I carved. I'm thinking of going African because I just bought all these African fabrics. And of course, if I could find a piece of African fabric, yes. So yeah, if anybody else wants to sign up, yeah, go to Maker's Mark's Facebook page, join if you haven't joined, and then you have to scroll down quite a ways. But there's a big thing that says doll swap thing, and you just put your name on the. No, I haven't seen Paula's. I haven't. I'll have to go check. Um, and I have some templates for. Well, I'll show you what. Yeah, over the years, and I found this. I drew this from something a long time ago on crappy paper, uh, kind of like the old. So it has little lines to cut out, but I don't know that I would use that. But so I thought maybe eventually we'll go through that. But let me just show you the. I got this from Somerset Studio. You know when they have a sale. Hi, Barbara. Uh, when they have sales on their books, I bought this beautiful paper doll book, and I think I paid, I don't know, $6.95 for it, and it's just some of the things in here are just gorgeous, and some of them are 3D and flat, and it's just and some of them articulated. I love. Hi, Lydia. I love making articulated dolls. I'll show you some that I've made. But this book is just, I thought maybe would take a perusal through this. Oh, I said hi to Dawn. Lydia. I know, articulated dolls. And I'll show you some that I've made in the past. I was even working on a Frankenstein doll. I was going to make an articulated Frankenstein doll page. But I took an old. I mean, I took a book. Let me move some of this. I'll show you what I've done in the past. This book was a book about the Rovers' return, Coronation Street. We were talking about this. Safia and I would talk. This is one of Coronation Street is one of the original oldest, it's like soap opera series type of things in England. And I got this at Goodwill, and I've totally gutted it for my purposes and redone the pages. But these are some dolls. Gosh, I haven't been in here for a while, so. But I made these dolls, and these were inspired by Mary Louise Jenkins, not Mary Louise Jenkins. I never can, the woman that moved to Costa Rica. But these are, and I had to, they're all folded, and I had to figure out a way of getting them in here. But these were a blast to make. Let's see, I've got them tied down here so they don't flop all over the place. I cut my nails. You know what that's like when you cut your nails, you can't do anything. But these were so much fun to make. And I'm thinking of making something like that for the doll swap. And I just went through and picked up my little bits and pieces of ephemera, and I have these arms, and they kind of all fold up, but they were a lot of fun. And I just put music paper on the back, and this is just cardboard, I think, little pieces of lace. So, and they just kind of sit in here. And this is some, I did painting paper type of stuff. Oh, okay. All righty. I never thought, see, I never think about that stuff, but thank you, Mariah. Maybe people might be interested. So I'll come back to this. But anyway, so these kind of fit. Whoops. Well, I'll leave them out for now. And they actually stand up, obviously. So I did a painty paper thing for this. Hi, Jennifer. And I'm going through a doll journal that I've been messing around with. Oh, here's some of my articulated dolls. And I put them on little sticks. And this graphic came from Graphic Fairies a while ago. And I painted the background. This was part of Graphics Fairies. It's kind of fun, isn't it? And I don't even know, these were some crazy drawings I was doing with a big graphite stick. And I just cut them out. When you cut something out, it makes it look so much better, doesn't it? So these are just, again, paper dolls. And this is my favorite. Hi, Jackie. This is my articulated grizzly bear. And this is so much fun when you articulate your, look. Yes, rawr. Yeah, I made an articulated mermaid, I think, for Rosemary Morris's Funky Fish caboodle kit a couple of years ago. And I think that's the first time I ever articulated anything, but it's so much fun. And then and there's some like woods like stuff, and he sits in here just like that. Let's see. And these are just some funky, cutouts and added, faces and some Timmy stuff and animals, and nothing really exceptional, but just fun stuff to do. I don't particularly care for her. guess I was going to cut her out. Big models, you know, you can take something like this, not like that, but something like her, right? Cut her out and put her on some oak tag or cardstock and articulate her, put a different head on her, and have her arms and legs move, and you've got something that's fun. Hi, Belinda. I don't know where these came from. I'm not particularly fond of them. Oh, these are postcard dolls. And you can just cut up a postcard, and I have the template for it. So I've got, this is obviously a postcard, and real postcards that I cut up. Yeah. Oh, here are my African. This is African fabric here. This fabric here found its way right here, found its way to my bear. I had bought some African fabric scraps from Rosemary, and I took the scraps and what was left of the scraps ended up on the bear. You can see bits and pieces of this here is on the bear. So, yeah. Hi, Yolan. So there's my African bear. There's that, I think. But anyway, and his name is, I sewed his name on his foot, Kubiba, which is Swahili for bear. So it's a little busy, but I still have the templates for them. And again, just funny faces on a prepared page. This actually is Pocahontas. That's what when she was visiting England, they dressed her up to look like a fine English lady, and that's a painting of Pocahontas. Another prepared, I guess that's, let's see. I guess that's all I've gotten here, folks. Oh, that's working on the Frankenstein. I bought a Frankenstein book. And so I gutted this book. So, wait a minute. I've got some dolls back here. Just made out of fabric and goofy stuff. A little poodle with some bling, poodle legs. Yeah, so that's my doll journal. And you can see I've got a couple of more pages to fill in. And I haven't been in here in ages, but when I saw the doll swap, that got me inspired. And I'm really liking these. And I might make these because they fit here. Those of you who are just coming in, these ladies sit in here. They get tied in here for safekeeping. If I can get them back in here. And they go like so. All right, I'll do that later. And then they fold here. And then they live in the book. They live in the doll book. So I have some bits and pieces. Let me show you. I got little dresses. I don't even know what's in here. I have no idea what's in here. Well, bits and pieces. Like this. Oh, here. Let's see. There's some Frankenstein. Oh, there's that dress. Oh, here's some more stuff that I thought I would stick in. And this is out of a Hi, Ann Webb. These are out of Flow Book. Aren't those cute? It would be fun to kind of do something like that. So they're going to go in there. And here's a model that I just put on cardboard. And these are other people I've cut out. I thought I had Frankie here. I guess not. Where is Frankie? Oh, I must have left him in the other room. But I have a big Frankenstein. I've got all sorts of, bits and pieces. That's the brick wall for the Frankenstein. And I guess I glued these on cardboard to stiffen them up a little bit. Oh, there he is. There's my Frankenstein. He came out of a book. Hi, Eddie. I'm just going through my doll stuff. I signed up for the doll swap, so I've been re-inspired to work in my doll journal. And I wanted Frankenstein. There's going to be a Frankenstein page eventually. And here's the Frankenstein. I was going to articulate him, and I made some clothes for him, like you would have as a paper doll, like a sports jacket for him or something like that, to make him when he's stepping out. So those are some thoughts. Let's see, what's this? Oh, I have her arm somewhere. Here's just a generic body. Okay, let me get this out of the way. You know, when you work on something like this, yeah, Frank's got options, yes. Here's the Frankenstein. When you work in something like this and then you stop, you have a tendency just to shove everything in the book and walk away. Oh, is that your generic body too? I guess it is a generic bod. Okay. And then you just walk away, right? That's from Janice. All right. Okay. But I'm thinking she would be cool, articulated. Don't you think? Make her move. She's got the fro. All right. Let's see. There's something else I wanted to show you. Maybe not. So I was looking for Roaring 20s. I did a flapper. Oh, thank you, Barbara. I did a Roaring 20s 1930s journal. So I had a whole bunch of these type of flapper girls. Got some arms and wings, and then Ava Gardner, Digital Collage Club, which is a great digital collage club. It's named something else now, and I learned about it from can't remember. But it's a one-time life membership, and you pay one fee, and it's lifetime membership to all sorts of images. And then they've added my favorite. I actually bought the book. You ready? Gilda Radner. I have a Gilda Radner paper doll book. Yes, I do. And she's definitely going to be in there. Well, I guess this is the page for Frankenstein's, but look. I've got Gilda Radner. I miss her too. And I've got her clothes and her shoes. So she's going to be in the doll book for sure. For sure. That's what I wanted to show you. Oh, yeah. You got Eddie. Eddie has a. Oh, you got Eddie. Barbara, thank you so much. Eddie, Mariah. Thank you. Barbara, you're right on it. That's going to be the background for the Frankie page. And Gilda has to go in the book. And I think some flappers too. Flappers have to go in the book. Okay. So there's some, I guess, ideas of sorts. Or that's the book. And Pete's bits and pieces that are laying around. I think these have to go in there too. I'll figure out. I might copy them on something a little bit sturdy. This is just a crappy sketchbook. But I want to fold those and stick those in that book. I think that'll be fun. And here's all sorts of funny paper doll. This has got all sorts of wings and stuff to add. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. What do you think? I think she really definitely needs to be articulated. All right. What I want to do real quickly is, oh, there's that lady's arm. I found an arm, an appendage. And so the colors for this month are Nautilus, which looks like an Earl. It looks like yes. The colors for this month are Pantone Nautilus, which looks like an Payne's Gray, very Payne's Gray. Yes, I've been following it, and I tell you, I'm pretty disappointed. But yeah, I haven't done any of the Procreate. Barbara and I are doing this thing, Peggy Dean's. But let me just go. So it's Nautilus, which looks Nautilus, but it's a very dark blue that kind of looks like a Payne's Gray to me. Then an ochre, and then a crimson. And I was wondering whether any of this African fabric would have all three of those, which would be awesome. Thanks for posting the links. Did you get, yeah. So we're looking for, there's the blue. But we're looking for blue. But it won't hurt for you to. That's that blue. Definitely, that's that blue. I might pull that aside. There's that blue again, but ochre is more yellow, right? And crimson is red, correct? Yeah. All right, let's see. This fabric is got a lot of that blue. Come on, how about a little blue and red? There's some red. There's that blue again. Okay. I couldn't resist. Oh. No, that's not. See, ochre's kind of a yellow, right? Ochre. It's kind of like baby mustardy. Yeah, I think she's streaming. Is Yolanda's back from vacation, and normally streams at 3-ish. Oh no, that's not the right color though. All right, let me just. I was just hoping, since those colors are so do go together. I was hoping that there might be something that would have those colors. But this reminds me of um, a Parcheesi game. You remember the Parcheesi game? Reminds me of Parcheesi. Okay. Is that too yellow for okra? Yes, 3 o'clock. Okay. Blue, red. It's close. That blue is quite not, but it could be close enough. And there's red, but that's not okra. That's two of the colors. It's got two of the colors. Yeah, you never know. Yeah, Safia enabled me to buy these. I got them on Amazon, of course. African fabrics from China, of course. And these are cakes, I think. Cakes. And I think they're 10 by 10. That seems about right. Yeah, 10 by 10. So they're cakes. And I've already used a cake on my floral. No. Well, I was hoping. I mean, I can cut pieces out, but I was just. Oh, nope. Alrighty. They are beautiful, though. And they're just as vibrant. It's almost hard to tell which side is which because I don't know how they do that. Hi, Jennifer and Darcy. I was watching Darcy organize herself. That's quite the task. The before and after were pretty cool. Well, this is definitely, this could be the Nautilus. And this is Ochre Ich. So I could always add a red. I'm trying to use the colors and in the dolls, I guess is what I'm trying to say. If I could speak. The other thing I'm thinking of doing is I carved this stamp a while ago, and it was of an African lady wearing like a muumuu type of thing. And it was a little tiny, oh, thank you, Barbara. It was a tiny little picture in a magazine, and I blew the picture up. Hi, Patty. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here. And I blew it up and tried to carve it out. And I thought that if I wanted to go African, this could maybe be the head. I've got an elephant on the other side, only because I did for carved December, I did zoo animals, and I like to use both sides. So there just happened to be an elephant on the side of the African one. But I want to stamp that out and see whether that's possible. And this is cardboard. This is, the cardboard that comes in between wine bottles. And it's a nice weight. And it was attached. You know how it is attached when you like that, and I tore it. But I was going to use this as the base for my dolls. I know it's a little heavy, but I don't mind paying the extra postage. Okay, let me stamp that out and just see what it looks like, if you don't mind. I organized all my papers in one drawer. I did. Kinda. When I was doing what were we doing? What was I doing Sunday? I can't even remember now. Oh my God. I got some paper here. Yeah, let's snip that. And I would paint this or cover it or do something. Oh, Jennifer. Oh my gosh. Lemon meringue pie. Ooh. I made that once from scratch with the cornstarch and the lemon, and I made the meringue. Oh my gosh, what a process. And of course, blind baked the crust. It was a lot of work. So much easier going to the local diner and getting a slice. It's right up there with chocolate cream pie. Now I'm thinking pies. Let me see. Let me get here. Let me just try stamping this. I don't know whether I can use it or not, but I have to really stamp it out and see what it's going to look like. It may not be usable for a doll head, which is fine. Then they only have a slice versus a whole pie. Yeah. Bye, Barbara. Thanks again, Barbara. Barbara's going to become really good in Procreate. Oh, in that summer retreat hosted by Peggy Dean, there's like 66 content is off the wall. There's a lot of Procreate content, and it's free this whole week until I think it ends the 6th tomorrow, but the content is up for free until the 8th. But someone was using something called, and maybe I bet you I know that Mariah will be familiar with it. It's called Adobe Fresco. Oh, yeah. You could carve a stamp for the doll head. Yeah, I've got a couple of doll head kind of stamps. Now, this is the one I was thinking. If I went African, I would use this one. But I have actually a couple of heads. Adobe. Yeah, this Adobe Adobe Fresco. Yeah, Adobe Fresco, and it's free. That's what surprised me. It was a free Adobe, but I know Adobe has free stuff. And there was a lesson where this woman was using it, and it's just it seems like a watered down version of Procreate. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh. Definitely use that. Color it in a little bit. That could definitely be a doll head. 6 inches high. Wow. Wow, that is serious meringue. All right, let's see. Just out of curiosity. Oops. I mean, I wouldn't use that, but I wonder how that would look. Let's just do that real quick. Yes, size matters even in meringue. Yep. Got to whip up all those egg whites with a little cream of tartar, I think is what you add. I think it's cream of tartar. I'm just messing around here, folks, just seeing if this is a possibility. Let's see. Just I'm just going to grab some fabric here. Not fabric, gosh. This is, no, this is some of my, this here is, you can't see it, but this is P&M Studios Digi set that I bought. I don't know, I don't think I bought it. I think this was a freebie, or was a freebie because that's your printable. Seaside, yes. And I don't know whether it was a freebie or if because I had reward points or somehow I ended up with it. That might be interesting. Let's see. Anybody recommended? Well, it only runs on. You have to have an iPad. It doesn't run on anything but iPad. And I don't know how much it costs now. When I bought it, it was $9.99, and you get it in complete artist studio for $9.99. Darcy uses it. Yeah, I mean, it's so much stuff for $9.99, or I don't even know what it is now, but it's just an enormous amount, from brushes to palettes to, oh my God, layer. I mean, I know nothing about Procreate. And that's why I was curious about these courses this week, because there's a lot of Procreate in them. And all right, so that tells you how old mine is. I paid $12.99. It's still, yeah. And Devin uses it also. Yeah, it's just now in this summer retreat, this Peggy Dean summer retreat. Some of the Procreate instructors are giving away, I think, brushes. You can buy brushes or you can download brushes. It comes with so many brushes. I just can't imagine needing any more brushes. But people design and make brushes that are then usable in Procreate. I think it is. I just forget because I don't use it enough. So every time I use it, I feel I have to go back. I wonder. Now, that's interesting. However, what would happen if I did this? Again, just messing around here. Now, the price is very reasonable, even at $12.99. And there's so many, there's so many free, like you can find free lessons online. And then I never had heard of Adobe Fresco, which is free. But it doesn't seem as robust. Well, I don't think there's anything that competes with Procreate. Well, maybe there is. I just don't know about it. Ugh. So now we have blue. So it's a possibility. I'm not sure I like it, but it is a possibility. Right? We cut her out. and then add stuff to her. Or maybe use her head in one of those dolls that, maybe that's what I'll do. Okay. I'm thinking, wait a minute, maybe this head could go on. Well, I don't know whether that's going to work or not. See, that could, she could go on one of these if I cut that narrower. But the thing is, if I do this, they really all need to be like black and white photographs, not a stamp. But I'm only making 2. These are so much fun to make. I'm really leaning towards doing something like this because I've got, still have all these little bits and pieces of stuff that I could, and let's see. Got plenty of cardboard. Let's do this. Yeah, I like this. Let's do this. I like the shape of that body. Kind of goes out like so. And around like so. Hi, Keeks. Okay, Devin. I'm not sure, but obviously something's going to go down here. But we need more than one color here. I wonder if I did something like this. Hi, Leah. No, I don't know. I don't know. I like her, but I don't like her. Does that make any sense? I don't think she's going to work. I think I'm going to get model faces. But I am going to do this. I'm going to decorate these. And we need model faces. So let's find some model faces. Because we could do Frankenstein. Yeah. Make him one. Poor Frankie. Ah. Wait a minute. I got to get up. Where are my magazines? Oh, there they are. Let's see. No, they're not there. Oh my gosh. Just give me 1 second. You know what it's like. You have shit everywhere. And you throw it on the floor. Ugh. Ugh. Oh boy. Why is that? What is making that so heavy? Holy crap. Oh, God. I know it's heavy. It's filled with magazines. Duh. Alright. Let's see. We need. Okay. CPM Studios. Wait till you dresser. Oh, thank you. I got a new. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I shouldn't abandon her yet. Let's see, Barbara's, you're back already? Wait till you dress her. I think she'll work. You'd use her neck, though? Well, that's easy. I can just easily add her neck, or I can shorten her neck. I like that. Actually, I think that looks better. Like that. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Yeah, that works. Yeah, yeah, that's doable. Uh-huh. All right. Well, now I'm thinking if let's see, the side you'll have some outfit covering part of her neck. What if we not use this though? Use this. And then cut this down a little bit. And kind of do a little scoopy neck here. And cover this with some stuff. Oh, well, let's. Mm-hmm. Some fabric. Why not? I like the fabric. Now, the question is, do I cut it so we've got like all three colors? A little of this, a little of that. I kind of like that, like that. Because the other option is to just do all this with that in the center. I'm looking at all these emojis. I can't read these emojis, whether you're horrified or oh my God. I'm not good at reading emojis. I think let's see. I know these kids today. I know. They're just out of control. What do you do with them? Look at this though. Look at this. It's kind of got like, it's got like the bottom of the skirt right here. It kind of goes like so. And it fits like right there. You see what I'm seeing? Evan's back. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, I folded it all up. And then I could cut it more at an angle, like so. I don't know. What do you think? I'm not sure. Okay. Because this is all going to get decorated with bling. You understand? This is going to have pearls and added stuff on it, and see what other stuff. You know, that's just not. All right. All right. Let's do that. Let's commit. Let's commit. We're all committable. All right. Well, that's true. I can see it because it's printed. Hi, Sue. Welcome, welcome. I have a freeze on. I can barely see it. Jeez. I've been trying to hang my fabric, my flowers, fabric things that I decided to frame. I can't see it. I'll just hold it on here. Hi, Mo. And it's been a disaster. Every time I hang it, because I'm using like sticky stuff, it falls off the wall. So I'm very frustrated. I'm just temporarily hanging it in here because it's not gonna go there permanent. It's going on this wall. When and if. My elusive contractor, who I think is a figment of my imagination, he calls and then I don't hear from him for 3 weeks. And then he calls again and then I don't hear from him for another 3 weeks. And honestly, I don't know why I am reluctant to call him. Something's wrong with me. I don't know why people say, well, call them. I don't know why I don't call them. I just don't understand that. I just feel reluctant to call them. There. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Judah. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Mariah, for putting the word out in Makers. I appreciate that. I'm so bad at that. Okay, we've decided that we kind of like this, so I think she needs to be glued down so they'll be the same level. So let me just pop her down on this piece of cardboard. Alrighty, glue stick. So anyway, this thing keeps on falling off the wall, and it came apart. So yesterday, you could have seen me yesterday. Oh my God. I literally drilled holes through the little tiny holes through the rulers, right? And then through another ruler. So I have 4 additional rulers on the back, and I drilled holes into them, and I literally stitched those rulers to the other rulers in the back. I tried staple gunning them, right? Staple gun. And it didn't hold. The staples weren't long enough. Then I used carpet tacks, and carpet tacks wouldn't hold it. I mean, so then I decided I would sew it around. Oh, thank you, Mo. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But then have you seen that when I'm a sucker for those advertisements. You see those advertisement holes, look at this, sticky stuff, stick it on the wall and it'll hold a brick. You've seen those ads. Well, I fell for those ads a while ago. And then don't believe them. They won't, they don't like this paint on my walls. And it's not like this thing is very heavy. So I'm going to have to try to find out. Maybe stick another ruler on the back and then use that as a thing to just put some hooks on. I'm kind of liking this a little bit. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I haven't seen Aunt Beck. I don't know whether she's coming on or not. Is that what we decided on? We decide on cutting this in a little bit? I think. I can't remember now. I'm gonna try to glue this down. I am, oh my God, Annie, I am such a sucker. And for a while, I took my credit card off my PayPal account because that was just too damn easy. Because everyone takes PayPal. So I figured, well, I'll just take the credit card off the PayPal. And I figured if I really want it, that means I'm going to have to get up off my ass and get my credit card and fill in all that stuff, right? I figured that was one way of preventing. Try the face on. Okay, I will. Then the other day, there was something I wanted so badly that I decided to put my credit card back on my PayPal account. Oh boy, immediately got into trouble. Shit. Excuse my French. It's okay. I can. Yeah. Until you decide to put it back on. But there's a company called, maybe you've heard, well, I've there again, Facebook, called Life is Good. And they have all sorts of cute t-shirts and paraphernalia with Life is Good on them. And they had this incredible online sale. I'm hoping it's legitimate. I'm praying that it's legitimate. T-shirts, and that's what I wear, is pretty much t-shirts for $2.95. T-shirts that normally sell for $15. I got all sorts of stuff. Life is Good. Okay, you're saying you're like, well, yeah, I could do something like that and then put like a necklace around it. What do you think? Is that what you mean? Or do you think I should still kind of cut this in a little bit? Well, let me show you what I've got in terms of bling, all right? And then we can decide whether that's going to be blingish enough. Ugh. I do have bling, and unfortunately the bling is scattered all over the place. Not that far down. Okay. Like so. Start adding some bling, or just maybe straight across the top there. And just playing a little bit here. Just that's not permanent. I got other bling. Just hang on. That flipped over. I got. That would be another great organizing thing. Put all the bling together. Yeah, you know. This is gonna go up here. I think I'm gonna have to give her earrings too. I'm just thinking. Earrings. All right. Okay, wait. I got all sorts of stuff. I gotta get these out of here. Recreation Brook put together a slow stitch kit to go several years ago. And it is just, I've had this, for, oh my gosh, for 3 or 4 years. And it's just chock full of all sorts of little bits and pieces of stuff. Like maybe a little, oh, maybe this should go down. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, that's silver. So you got to stay with silver, right? But got some of this. Not quite enough. Let's see. How about ooh. Ooh. Got some of this. Oh, that's just thread. Oh my gosh, that is blingy. Ooh. Oh, this is pretty. Let's go across these lines here. You see that? Wait a minute. Oh, I got this stuff too. What do you call that? Reminds me of a boa. Do some of that, maybe. Whoops. Kind of like that. I don't know. It's 1:38, and I'm only on for an hour on Wednesdays. So I'm going to continue working on her. And I will show you her next week and see what I've done with her. And tune in next week to see how my African lady has turned out, and another one too. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Leah, for subscribing to my channel. I so appreciate that. And have a wonderful rest of your week. Tomorrow is Friday Eve. And Devin's on at 3. So get to see what Devin's been up to. All righty. Bye-bye. Thanks, Barbara. Thanks, everybody. If you can't be good, be careful. And be fabulous, too. Bye. End stream. End.